afternoon, class. Let us now continue with the Vista's explanation for revision 2, where you have only this one lesson for the syllabus, that is for the portion, and in the other part, that is Flamingo, we had the rat trap as well as the deep. Is it deep water or the deep water? Deep water. So let's start with Tiger King. What is the theme, or what should we understand about Tiger King? Remember that many things are told by people. They say that so and so thing is going to happen, and that is nothing but telling something beforehand. That is telling something in advance. Astrology, predictions, these are the words that we use. And how much of guarantee is there that astrologers are going to predict something with 100% accuracy? Is there any guarantee that it's perfect? We cannot, and that's the reason why this lesson written by Kalki is a dig at the sarcastic point connected to what the astrologers tell in advance. That means, should we accept it or should we not accept it? Is it believable or unbelievable? These are the questions that we get. Other than that, we also have another important feature which is connected to it. Negligence of duty or dereliction of duty. What is the duty of the person who is in the highest post? For example, a king or a chief minister or a prime minister. What is their sole duty? To make the people better by introducing different welfare activities or programs, implementing those things and making them better. Isn't it? In case the person, whoever is in the topmost position, leaves those things and concentrates on the other things, is it right or wrong? Totally wrong, isn't it? Another important thing now. What about the environment? Who is responsible for keeping the environment balanced? Human beings have the topmost role in it. What are they doing? They are destroying it totally. They are spoiling the environment in such a manner that it is causing problem to the human. It is nothing but like a boomerang. Are you chewing something even now, Pranavi? Finish eating? So the three things must be remembered interconnected to this lesson. Astrologers' prediction, dereliction of duty, and what's the third thing? Maintenance of the ecological balance. Now, taking these three things together, the writer has written a very beautiful satirical as well as humorous story. It is a satire. Satire is the sense talking about any positive thing in a negative way or taking any negative thing and talking in a positive way. Here, talking about how the king, the Tiger King who belongs to Pratibandhapuram, the way he does the work is spoken as if he is doing a great thing. He keeps it aside. So let me come to the story. We'll do it with the slides. And wherever there is necessity of explanation more, you need more explanation, simply raise your hand and ask. I'm ready to help you out. So this is the story of the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram. His Highness Jamedar General Khiledar Major Satyavyakra Samhari Maharadhadiraja Vishwa Bhuvana Samrat Sir Jilani Jangjang Bahadur, who became known as the Tiger King. These are the above ones are all his titles. His name is just Jilani Jangjang Bahadur. Sir is the title given by the Britishers. Remaining all also he got them because of the work that he had been doing. His name is simply Jilani Jangjang Bahadur and he is from the place called as Pratibandhapuram. Did everyone understand all the points till here? So according to the legend, when he was born, the astrologers proclaimed that having been born at a particular star meant that he would have to die. Actually, remember, the two things which are there together is life and death. If there is life, death is inevitable, isn't it? It is because nothing can live forever. Nothing will be on the surface of the earth forever. Whatever is there becomes part and parcel of the earth. Something dies. It disintegrates and mixes in the atmosphere, isn't it? Even if it is in solid form, liquid form, or whatever form is, it changes into different forms. Chemical reactions take place and then it becomes part and parcel of the earth. So we should not forget that life and death are compulsory things which happen whenever there is any life form, whichever is the life form. But here it is spoken as if it is an important thing, and that too a person is born under a particular star, and who is that particular person? Jilani Jang Bahadur. The star that he is born under is Bull. Since he is born under the star of Bull, he has to die. Actually, there's a lot of talk in between the way they speak humorously. The 10-day-old boy speaks, and that is impossible. That's the reason why we can simply laugh about it. Huh? A 10-day-old boy is speaking wisdom, whereas learned scholars are not able to tell normal things. They tell you that it's a secret. How can it be a secret about life and death? Is it understandable? So do not forget all these points. And now what happens is, we should listen to the way the royal prince, who was only 10 days old, he spoke. And what is the thing that he is asking? He is asking to tell them the manner of his death. How is he going to die? And a 10-day-old baby asking the manner of the death also is something extraordinary, something unique. Is this understood till here? Yes? So, he was informed that he was born in the hour of the bull, and that's the reason why he is going to die with a tiger. The bull and the tiger are enemies, therefore his death would be caused by the tiger. So what happened was, listening to this, the prince, who was an infant, growled and said, growling is an angry sound made by the tiger. Let the tiger beware. He made a difference in the sound. And so everyone got terrified, thinking that really something is going to happen unique in that kingdom. But did something happen? Nothing happened. The boy, after that incident, grew up in a normal way. He had education just like all the other people. Only one difference, you should understand that this is the British period. Since it is the British period, all the kings in that period in India concentrated on what to do to please the Britishers. In order to please the Britishers, they did everything interconnected to English. And there are certain funny things that we have to remember connected to it. See, in case you are being brought up with the English nanny, we can understand because that nanny also speaks English. Yes, that's understandable. In case the boy is fed from the milk of an English cow, can he get any English? So this is a very funny thing. You have the milk of an English cow, you will not get English. But here the writer Kalki is emphasizing even on that. Other than that, he got English education, he was tutored at home, he watched plenty of English films, and more or less we should say that he was totally interconnected with only one thing. And what is that one thing? English, English and English. Did everyone understand all the points till here? Yes? So, only after his 10th day, till he became the king in his 20th year, did anything substantial happen, or was it a regular feature? It was a regular feature. Just like any other child, he was also brought up in that manner. Any doubts still here? No. So, when he was 20 years old, there was his coronation. Coronation is nothing but the ceremony of crowning a person to become a king. So, he was crowned as the king, and then there was the whispering going on. People started to whisper. They started to speak about this king, telling that what is going to happen to that king. They are telling about the king, they are talking about the tigers. So these words fell into the ears of the king. So he asked what actually it is. Then they told him that he is going to die with a tiger because he is born under the star of the bull. So immediately he wanted to prove that it is not correct. So he wanted to go on a tiger hunt. But remember, you should not harm anyone or anything unnecessarily. This is wrong as per the law of nature. So what should we do? We should provoke. I'm not asking anyone to provoke anyone. Please, provoke means make someone do negative thing. So he wanted to provoke the tiger so that it will attack him. And when it is about to attack him, what will he do? He'll kill it. Why will he kill it? It is because the tiger tried to attack him. Is it understood? Yes? Here lady, get up from there. Sit on the bench. Is this understood by everyone? So immediately, very nicely, without any kind of a wastage, he killed the tiger and he called the astrologer. And once he called the astrologer was speechless. He couldn't speak much. It's because he's a king and that man is an old person there. So when the boy, the king, the young king challenged him how he told such kind of predictions, then the astrologer told that he could kill 99 tigers without any kind of trouble. But he must be extremely careful with the 100th tiger. So when he said that, the king then challenged him. He asked him what he will do in case he kills all the 100 tigers. So there was a reply given by the astrologer. He said three things. First thing is he'll cut off his tuft. Second thing is he'll tear away all his astrology books. And the third thing, he said that he will become an agent. What agent that too? Insurance agent. When he said these things, then he was satisfied. So he made a proclamation immediately. What is the proclamation that he made? He said that no one must continue with the tiger hunting. Only he should do. That is, except him. That is, Jilani Jangjang Bahadur is the only person entitled to kill the tigers. He said it is banned. Tiger hunting is banned. And you know what he said? No one should even throw a stone. Will anyone throw a stone at a tiger? Can anybody do that? No. That's the reason it is humorous. How can someone go and throw a stone at a tiger? It's not a dog in the street. Even if it's a dog in the street, we hesitate. It's a little strong. Yes, we hesitate. But then it was announced that no one should dare to throw. In case anyone by chance kills a tiger, what are the consequences? Their wealth is going to be confiscated, property wealth, whatever it is, that is movable, immovable property, whatever they have, it is going to be confiscated. Confiscated is nothing but to take it under the power of the king. Is it clear? So what is the thing that the king is doing here? Dereliction of duty. What's the meaning of dereliction of duty? Instead of doing the work which he has to do first, he is doing something else which is not needed. The thing which is not needed is not killing the tigers. Killing the tigers is doing harm to the nature. Ecological balance is going to be upside down. And he is not bothered about the welfare activities for his kingdom, for the people of his kingdom. So he said that he would do the work only after the killing of the tigers is completed. So what's the meaning of affairs of the states? Administration, checking the welfare of the people, what are the policies he has to introduce. All these things he said he will do only after the killing of the tiger. Did everyone understand everything so far? Is it clear? Vanilla, are you sleepy? But I saw her eye closing. It's open now. Sit. So he continued killing tigers in full swing. Here there is description in the text telling that sometimes when he was not able to kill the tiger with a gun, he wrestled with the tiger with his bare hands and he killed the tiger. Is it possible? Can anyone fight a cat and kill it? A small domestic cat. Can you fight and kill it? The cat will kill. Yes, do you all know that a cat has a capacity to kill a human being? You corner a cat, it will attack. But here again this is ridiculous. It is satirical, making the tiger weaker and the king supreme. Is it understood? All got it? So altogether he killed quite a number. He killed almost a big number of tigers. What's the number? See the proclamation being made, how they went for the tiger hunting and all that. Now there was one kind of a problem that he encountered, and that came in the form of a British official. Since it is the British time, a British official wanted to go for tiger hunting in his kingdom, that is Pratibandapuram. So when he sent a messenger telling that he wanted to go for that hunting, the king knew very well that he should not accept. He's clear with his thoughts. He knows that he is the one who has to kill the tigers. It's because he wanted to prove the astrologers wrong. The astrologers had predicted that he would be killed by a tiger. He wanted to kill the tigers and prove it wrong, and so he's not ready to accept for the tiger hunting. It is because already proclamation was made in the kingdom telling that if anyone dares to kill the tiger, their wealth and property would be confiscated. So in case he gives permission to the British official, he has to do the same thing. Is it right, Anushka? What should he do? He should? He should not give permission to that British official. So what happened was he did not know what to do. When he said no, then again the British official gave one more chance, and this chance said that he does not want to kill, but he wanted to hold a gun. He wanted to take a photograph on the carcass of the dead tiger. He actually said, fine, you do the hunting, no issues, but he wanted the photograph. Will it be accepted? No. Why will it not be accepted? Because the count will not come into the king's city. Like he wanted the 100 count. If that photograph goes, it will be circulated all over the country, and it will also go specially to Great Britain. The newspapers were not in that circulation in India before independence, but at least to main cities, some copies would be sold, isn't it? So everyone would get to know that the British officer had killed a tiger in Pratibandapuram. So can that king, Jilani Jang Jang Bahadur or Tiger King, tell that it was he who killed it? He cannot. So he said no even for that photo. But then once he said no for hunting, no for the photograph, what happens? He will be in danger of losing his throne. Is it understandable? Why is he in danger of losing the throne? Who is superior at that time, British officers or the kings? British officers. So he was in danger of losing his kingdom, and that's the reason why they had to think about some kind of an other option. It was for the sake of that the Maharaja and the Diwan sat and had deliberations, that is discussions. What to do, what's the solution, what kind of a thing can be done in order to make this as a comfortable one. So at last they felt that diamond rings could be given to the British officer's lady. It is because when you wanted to please someone in a high post, usually if the officer is strict, they go to the wife. They give the same bribe to the wife. The wife might take it and then she might tell the husband, hey, don't do that. Usually what happens is then the husband becomes mum. He'll have to keep quiet. So he went in that route. And so what did he do? He sent 50 rings which came from Calcutta. And he thought, that is the king thought that this lady would select maybe 1, 2 or a few. A few is 3 or 4, not more than that. But what did that lady do? She retained all the 50. And what letter did she send? She thanked the Maharaja for the gifts. So how much loss or how much money had he to pay for it? 3 lakhs. He paid 3 lakhs for it, but he is happy that his kingdom is saved. That is, Pratibandapuram is saved from the clutches of the British officials. And so he felt it's nice to do such a kind of a thing. Is it clear? Now the king continued to kill and kill and kill. He completed 70 tigers in almost 10 years of period. So how old is he now? He is 30 years. And then here we have again a very funny dialogue between the king and the Diwan. It's so funny. He says that he wanted to marry. Immediately the Diwan says that he's already married and he has 2 wives. So he cannot marry him. This is all humorous. Is it understood? And then he says, fine, fine. If at all you wanted to marry, then instead of marrying a sword, you marry a gun. Because many kings in the past used to marry a sword in case they had any kind of negative opinion about the marriage that it might be a failure. First they would marry a sword, then the wife, the queen, should be called as a second wife. In that way, this Diwan suggested this man to marry the gun. He said, God, no. And then he said that tiger. He didn't complete his statement. Diwan is a person who jumps into conclusion. When he heard the word tiger, he said, God, no, no, no. Already we have a tiger king. We don't want any tiger queen, he said. Again, the king laughed for it and informed that he does not want to marry a tiger, but he wanted to marry a princess. A princess in whichever kingdom there is a maximum tiger population. Is this matter understood? So the king, Jilani, Jangjang Bahadur or Tiger King, asked this Diwan to find out statistics about tiger population in and around Pratibandhapuram. Whichever state or whichever kingdom, there are smaller kingdoms I think, he asked them to find out whichever one has the maximum tiger population, and in that place, if at all there is a girl, that too a princess who is of marriageable age, and then he wanted to marry. So luckily they found one, and so the marriage took place and he continued killing the tigers even after the marriage. How many tigers did he complete killing like that? 99. 99 tigers were killed. In between, you see, there are some dialogues telling that did the tigers go for family planning? Again, that is humorous. Or did the tigers do any harakiri? They say harakiri is mass suicide. Did they go for mass suicide or did they go for family planning? These are all humorous things that we have to remember. So now only one tiger is left over. So what is going to happen now when there is only one tiger left over? Will the person be normal or will they get too much of anxiety? It will be there, isn't it? So the tension or stress, anxiety, whichever word you want to use, you can use. Write the sentence properly. It was increasing and he was not able to understand how to complete that last tiger, killing last tiger. Then they got to know that sheep was disappearing from some hillside village. So then immediately they came to a conclusion. If animals, that was sheep, are disappearing from a hillside village, there are hills and maybe there are some villages around. So they thought that because it is hillside, maybe there is a tiger in it and that tiger is carrying away sheep. That's the conclusion that they made. And so the king was so happy, he said that he will give 3 years of tax exemption for that village. And immediately he set out for tiger hunting. Did he find the tiger? He didn't find the tiger. And so what happened? He was becoming jittery. Many officers lost their jobs. It is because someone comes to tell something that they couldn't find some negative information, finish. Either their job is lost or they are killed. So everyone was in tenterhook. Don't know what is going to happen next. Do something, don't know what will happen. So everyone was scared. It was in such a kind of a situation that the king called the Diwan and he told that the taxes must be doubled for that particular village wherever they gave 3 years tax exemption. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? A bad thing. So the king, listening to the king's word, the Diwan was terrified. So what did he say? Did he say anything here? Do we have any dialogue here? The one, he told one important point. He said that it is dangerous, and if at all he does such a kind of a thing, the people might get aligned with the Britishers, and so the king might lose his kingdom. Is it an important thing or not? He said that. The Diwan told clearly that all the people might go to the British officers, and the British officers will simply come and remove this king of Pratibandhapuram and put a representative. Simple. So you know what the king said? He said him to resign. If he has such ideas, he told him to resign from the job. Is the Diwan ready to resign from the job? No, it's because he's leading a comfortable life. Should he implement any kind of positive welfare activities for the kingdom? Should he clarify any kind of disputes between anyone? Nothing. Just enjoying life, isn't it? So he doesn't want to lose his job. So what did he do? He found a way out for the sake of this problem of the tiger. Which tiger? That too? 100th tiger. What did he do? He went to the People's Park, which is in Madras, and he got an old tiger which is about to die. He brought it in the car. And then in the midnight, what happened? He and his aged wife, they dragged the tiger to the car and they put it inside. They didn't go during the day. In the night only, they got it. They had to pull it. Why? It's not in a condition to walk. So they had to pull it and they shoved it. Shoving is nothing but to push something and adjust it properly. When the last what was the word that I used just before and explain the meaning, ma? Shove is pulling the tiger into the car, children. Please tell me. Not bad. You are listening quite attentively, but the eyes are closing. Sit. He shoving into the seat means pushing it onto the seat. Suppose this pencil, this is specs box. Suppose I wanted to put 10 pens. I'll remove the specs and I'll put some 10 pens, some 3-4 erasers and a handkerchief. Will it fit into it? I'll try to push everything inside. It is like that. That is shove. All understood the word? So he wanted to put it, and later what happened? He is the one who drove the car, and they came home and he wanted to pull it out. You know what this tiger did? In the text it is given very clearly that the tiger did satyagraha. What is satyagraha? Everyone knows it, right? Not ready to speak lies, ready to do only one thing, the truth. It will not come out. So when it was not ready to come out, with great difficulty, both the wife and the husband pulled it out. And then what happened? Next day, very conveniently, the tiger walked directly. It wandered. It went here and there into the forest and went right in front of the Maharaja, and it was standing, telling, like, it was as if telling, very certain for me, it was exactly like that. So, what is the Maharaja's condition? That is the tiger king's condition. He was totally stressed. He was in tension. He had terrible anxiety. So, when he saw the tiger, he was like jumping in joy. He took an aim and he shot a bullet at the tiger. What happened to it? The tiger crumpled in a heap. That means it fell down just like a pack of cards down. And he was so happy. He was so happy, and he said that he completed the task. He proclaimed that his work was done because the 100th tiger was killed, and he went off to his kingdom in a calm. He hastened, means in a hurry, he went off to his kingdom. Is it understood? So, what happened as soon as he went off? The hunters saw the tiger. When they saw the tiger, they understood that it was not dead because it rolled its eyes. And then they understood that if at all they go to the king and inform him that the tiger is not dead, who will die first? The one who informs is going to die. So the informer or the person who gives the message is going to die. So they know that very well. They are not fools. So one of them killed off the tiger and took it as a great procession. Remember, pause. What should I do? So actually speaking, a procession is taken only for a positive thing. But here the king made the negative thing to be taken as a procession. What's the negative thing? The dead body of a tiger. As if it's a great achievement. Get it? I didn't know that my voice was so sweet. I'm really proud of my voice. Nearly half a dozen girls fell asleep one after the other. I think I'll become a singer soon. And then not only procession, a tomb was erected over it. So wherever they put the dead body of the tiger, they made a tomb and some kind of an erection was put on it. As Christians, they put a cross. That's the reason I'm showing it, since it will be easy for you to understand the meaning of erecting a tomb. Did all understand it? So did this man accomplish his task of killing the 100 tigers? Yes or no? No. Remember that his target was killing 100, but he completed only 99 tigers. And then once he completed his aim, in his view, he felt that he completed. So he started to concentrate on the next task at hand. And what's the next task that he had? It was his son's 3rd birthday, and he wanted to concentrate on the family and the son. So he went to shops searching for a suitable toy. And at last he found a wooden tiger for the sake of his son. And he felt that yes, it is a perfect gift for him. He asked the shopkeeper the price. Please listen carefully about it. When he asked the price, he knows that it is just 2 annas. 2 annas means 1 anna, 8 paise. 1 anna is 8 paise. So 2 annas, 4 annas is 25 paise. Understood? So just 12 paise for that wooden toy. So how much money should he ask the king? If he says 2 annas, what will the king say? Are you selling such cheap items in my kingdom? He will say that, isn't it? So the shopkeeper knows the king's mentality, and he knows that the king might put him in the prison in the name of emergency. That too financial emergency, because he is selling the toy for such a small rate. We should not have this big tiger, please. It should fit in the hand, a small tiger. And then what happened? Once this shopkeeper told lies, it's like boomerang. He told lies. So the king is telling that he himself is paying the money for the sake of that toy. And that is a present for the king's son, that is the prince. And he went away. Now, what is it? When you do something negative, they say that it comes back to you, isn't it? So the king and the son were playing with a tiny wooden tiger, and it had slivers. Please remember this word. Everyone knows this word? What is it? Liver. If you add S to it, it becomes sliver. Easy to remember and easy to write. Pointed, sharp wooden pieces, usually which are not smooth, are called as slivers. So there were slivers for it, and it poked this king's hand. And what did the king do? He simply pulled it out and he continued playing. You can see that hand and the blood stains. And next what happened? The infection spread. It spread very fast, just like Abhinita Shri's dance. How does Abhinita Shri dance? Get up, Abhinita. Fast. Just happily keeping inside. I thought that she was sleeping. Great. So, The infection spread within 4 days and it became into a sore where pus was oozing. Suppurating sore is nothing but pus was oozing out. So the doctors were called, that is surgeons were called from Madras, and then they performed the operation. They came outside and announced that the operation is successful, but the king is dead. And in this way, the 100th tiger took a revenge on the king. Now, in case they ask you, how do you think that the 100th tiger took revenge? Which is better, a live tiger taking revenge on this king or a wooden toy? Which is great? Wooden toy. Why is it so? It is like just a small piece of toy. It's a small toy, not a piece of toy. It's a small one. But it is making the king suffer, and it is also making us understand an important lesson that you do something negative, it comes back to you. Karma comes back to people immediately. Previously, they were telling that you will be getting you will suffer for your negative things in this life and next life. But nowadays they are saying this is Kali Yuga. So whatever you are doing negative, you will have to suffer in this life itself. It is exactly like that. And that's the reason why the king died. Did all understand everything? Yes? There are a few questions. If the tiger king had not killed any tiger, he would not have died early. Would you all accept it? Yes. In case they ask you that question, you must explain what kind of things he might have done, how he would have lived and all that. The tiger king had killed the tigers mercilessly. Do you accept it? Yes. The tigers actually did no harm to him. But first tiger, he made it like a provocation and then he killed it and then he continued killing as if that was the only task in front of him. So you can elaborate on it. The wooden tiger took revenge on the tiger king. Yes. And you can explain. You can tell the 10 years and plus 3 years. Almost 13 years time he took for the sake of killing 99 tigers. Isn't it? So the 13 years is very precious for the kingdom. It is dereliction of duty. The way he left off all his duties and concentrated only on one work, that is killing the tigers. Had he implemented something wonderful for his people, whether it's in terms of education, health or agriculture or whatever it might be, people's lives would have become better. Isn't it? So concentrate on it and write. That's all. I hope everyone understood everything. Yes?